to address the commissioners. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes. When you come to the mic, just please give your name and where you live for the record. And I have Carl Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Thank you, gentlemen. Carl Anderson, Divide, Colorado, candidate for Teller County Commissioner. First, I'd like to say, God bless America. 250 years, that was an amazing celebration. Even without the fireworks, it was just a great day. Had the pleasure of serving with the veterans, serving lunches at the VFW American Legion tent. Had a great time with that. I think Sue probably still has PTSD after serving with me for a couple hours. Not just the tent blowing up and hitting Carl Roeder and myself in the head. God obviously had a plan, and he got both of our attentions. I'll leave it at that. But besides the old-fashioned 4th of July and all the good that came out of that, and seeing all the people come together, it was really fantastic. And there really is hope for another 250 years. I did have the pleasure of spending the evening at the Snare Ranch with their rodeo on 4th of July. And I got to say, there's nothing more American, there's nothing more West than going to a local rodeo like that. The amount of families that were out there just enjoying the evening, a beautiful evening, was fantastic. I really look forward to the Teller County Fair and supporting the 4-H coming up. That's going to be another great event, and really love the improvements that have been made to the fairground. I think it's just going to make it just that much more special. So please be aware of that and be ready to attend. The wildfires down south there, Custer County, Pueblo, all around that area. Assessor Stromberg and myself got to deliver a full truckload of supplies down there last Thursday. And I will tell you, it was a amazing experience, eye-opening, as we're driving from Canyon City into Pueblo West to go to the fairgrounds, which is one of the main drop-off points now. You could still see flames, not just smoke. There was flames visible from 50 just outside of Pueblo. And it'll be interesting, this afternoon, we're going to bring down another truckload of supplies to the fairgrounds, and we'll see what progress has been made there. Got reports yesterday that there's now over 1,300 large animals at the fairgrounds. That's amazing. And like you touched on earlier, the situation for hay and feed for large animals is dire here in our state. The drought has really taken its toll, and just seeing that and hearing from local people that are getting those supplies down there is a testament to Teller County. Teller County never disappoints. You put out a call for help, and Teller County residents meet that need. Once again, the Sheriff's Department, they have a bunch of supplies that I'll be picking up right after this. Then there's a bunch of supplies at my own office building that people have dropped off. You got a good load of stuff when your F-450 rides smooth. and last week, Kurt was like, we're driving down there, and he's like, guys, this truck really don't ride bad. On the way back, he had a different comment. So, but we really look forward to doing that again. Another thing I like to touch on, the Right to Hunt initiative turned in 180,000 signatures, I believe, yesterday. And people think, why do you need the right to hunt? Colorado is one of the few states in the West that doesn't have it in their state constitution, the right to hunt. This is a huge effort, huge initiative. When you look at the attacks over the last couple of years on hunting and fishing throughout our state, and a lot of it coming from outside our state, attacking our hunting rights. So we need to get that in our state constitution. Also, I thank my wife, Shannon, who collected a lot of signatures at our office. You'd be amazed at how many people came in from Teller County and signed those signatures. So yeah, looking forward to another great week, another good afternoon, going down, delivering. I kind of dressed for the weather down in Pueblo. It'll be in the upper 90s, and, over 75 degrees, I start to melt. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to freeze Kurt out in the truck on the way down with the air conditioning on. But we love serving our community. We love doing that and seeing the people come together. And thank you for Teller County being Teller County. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Carl, I just want to say, we've known each other for 25 years probably. You've always done this, but to you and Kurt both, having won your primaries, you're going to be elected officials. I can't think of a better way to lead from the front and by example. I've seen you do it here when the three of us have been out there choked by smoke in our own backyard. And so to take your time away from what you should be doing, building homes, or what I know Kurt's doing, to just take a break and say, let me go be human. Let me go put a human touch in it. And I know it's eye-watering. We've all teared up together before, but there before the grace of God, go this county. And so thank you personally for your leadership. I look forward to serving with you next spring. And Kurt, thank you for what you're doing. I don't know that we've ever had an assessor do that. And again, I've loved the assessors that you replaced, but just to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ride the truck and bring supplies down, look at the animals, look at the people, making the connection between the drought and the fact that you can't feed animals. And there's no end in sight right now.
No.
I mean, if you talk to Mike Morgan, he predicted this, and he still thinks there's more coming, and throw the pine beetles and everything else. So I think we're going to see a lot of this. So thank you for showing us what right looks like, both of you.
Appreciate that. Just like to add, so when we went down there last Thursday evening to the fairgrounds, we took the long way around. We dropped stuff off in West Cliff, Custer County, Penrose outside of Canyon City, and then the fairgrounds. We got to the fairgrounds and we dropped off our supply. The supplies that we dropped off more than doubled their stuff that they had on hand. So they were not in a very good position. When you consider the amount of volunteers there to tend to all these animals, they were pretty low on it. So I look forward to seeing where they're at today when we get down there and see, what the outcry has been from the rest of the region. I will tell you, Teller County did a great job of making sure they were not thirsty down there, and we'll continue to do that. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson.